Samsung is slated to have a launch event tomorrow at which it will likely debut the highly anticipated Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition. Although the company hasn't revealed any details regarding the future gadget, the event notice indicates it will debut a new Galaxy with yet another innovation. This innovation may be the device's predicted small form factor or, as a new leak implies, a significant camera boost. So far, Samsung hasn't outfitted any foldable phones with the same top-tier camera technology it offers on its Galaxy S series flagships. Even the latest Galaxy Z Fold 6 can't equal the Galaxy S24 Ultra's photography prowess. However, prominent tipster Ice Universe has now stated that Samsung could fix issue with the forthcoming model and equip the phone with a 200 megapixels primary camera that will deliver better picture quality than the S24 Ultra. This isn't the first time we've heard that Samsung could feature a 200 megapixel sensor on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 SE. Trusted leaker Even Blask first released this material a few months ago. At the time, it wasn't obvious if Samsung would equip the handset with the same 200 megapixels ISOCELL HP2 sensor as the Galaxy S24 Ultra, or opt for the slightly smaller and less impressive 200 megapixels ISOCELL HP9 sensor due to space constraints. Given the recent assertion, it appears Samsung isn't holding back and will feature a top-tier 200 megapixels sensor on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 SE. While we don't have the exact camera specs at the time, we won't have to wait long for all the juicy data as the launch event is just a few hours away. Along with the camera update, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 SE is tipped to be thinner than the normal Z Fold 6. It's also believed to contain larger screens, feature less apparent crease on the folding screen, and enable S Pen support. Sadly, it doesn't look like Samsung will launch the gadget globally. Reports indicate that the foldable may only arrive in restricted quantities for the Chinese and South Korean markets. Competition is starting to get severe in the foldables industry. It's no longer just enough for a manufacturer to prove it can effectively develop a phone like this. You've got to build one better and fancier than all the other players. That's delivering us not just weird designs like triple-screen foldables, but also ones with very thin profiles, rivaling even non-folding gadgets. For months now, we've been hearing murmurs that Samsung could be working on a super-thin version of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, and now some new evidence gives us maybe our best bet yet at when we could hope to see it emerge, or not. Now some very similar branding has come up in promotional photographs from a South Korean retailer, advertising special edition pre-orders opening next month and uploaded by ex-user Sawtooth Special Edition. The text, following translation, doesn't really reveal anything about the phone in particular, and instead focuses on details of the pre-order period, ahead of retail sale on October 25. But is this the super thin Fold 6 we've been hearing about, or not? There's a product listing for a Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition on Samsung India's site, but the hardware depicted there appears to be the bog-standard Z Fold 6 with the same screen size and equal dimensions, both folded and unfold. It's possible that this could just be something like a landing page for the time being, with Samsung intending to update it with special edition specific details closer to launch. But we also have to consider the very real probability that this is more along the lines of a particular tint than all new folding hardware. The fact that the site also advertises a Z Flip 6 Special Edition, delivering the same thing doesn't leave us feeling very enthused either. Then we have to consider how so far all indicators of this phone point to Southeast Asia, and we've yet to actually catch a smell of Samsung's intentions for it in other areas. Considering the engineering effort that would go into a larger screen, thinner hinge version of its flagship foldable, why would Samsung not make the most of its development money and target worldwide markets? Or at the absolute least, emphasize that new construction when putting out the call for pre-orders? An October 25, the Z Fold Special Edition announcement date jibes with the launch timetable in prior reports, too, so where there is smoke, there might be fire as well. The special edition of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is anticipated to debut with a larger 8-inch internal display and a 6.5-inch cover screen on the outside. It will supposedly clock in at 10.6mm when closed, or at 4.9mm thickness when open. Thus, the thinnest Z Fold will actually be slightly thicker when folded than Google's Pixel 9 Fold Pro that Google considers to be the thinnest foldable phone in a strange bend, as it's only true in select locations. In all other markets where the Honor Magic V3 will be marketed, it will wipe the floor with both Google's and Samsung's foldables in terms of design elegance. Samsung supposedly tried to take on the likes of Honor, Oppo, Vivo, Xiaomi, Huawei, or OnePlus by starting to develop a foldable phone that is as thin as theirs, but more sturdy. This turned out an impossible hurdle, so it supposedly iced its plans to build a slimmer edition of the venerable Galaxy Z Fold line, but then reconsidered, and it will truly appear in October. When Samsung produced it, however, it may have deleted some of the characteristics contained in the Z Fold 6 in order to lower the production costs and make the body thinner, like a display digitizer, subsequently S Pen stylus support. What else does Samsung have in store for us with the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition, though, will remain a mystery until October 25, it seems. We're still not quite clear what's going on with this phone, and all we can truly say with much confidence at the moment is that this story is far from done. If the projected Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition is truly the slim shape originally indicated, the new book-style foldable smartphone might boast a titanium frame, akin to Samsung's flagship Galaxy S24 Ultra. According to media sources, the smartphone may lose compatibility for the Galaxy S Pen, as Samsung could remove the digitizer layer from beneath the display to achieve a thinner profile. While the special edition gadget might bear identical characteristics to the ordinary model, it is likely that it could include a slightly larger display and a different aspect ratio for both the internal and cover screens. It is also quite feasible that the special edition model is not the anticipated slim variant, but rather boasts an upgraded camera system, enhanced performance, and other advancements. Even though I have yet to replace my beloved slab-type everyday phone with a foldable smartphone, I admire the Galaxy Z Fold and Z Flip lineups, and the gorgeous Galaxy Z6 series, which Samsung unveiled earlier this year. But in light of recent events and disclosures, I'm kind of mystified by what Samsung looks to be preparing next. As the headline says, I don't see the value of the forthcoming Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition. By all accounts, the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition is a thinner version of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, with a slightly wider aspect ratio and a more proficient camera combination. There's nothing wrong with that in principle. In fact, it sounds like a pretty darn excellent Galaxy Z Fold 6 replacement. But that's not what the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition is likely to become. According to industry experts, the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition will be a rather specialized gadget thanks to its limited reach. It won't be distributed globally, but will premiere in China and perhaps Korea during the following several weeks. That's something of a godsend in disguise for most persons who paid a tiny money on the technically inferior Galaxy Z Fold 6 only a couple of months ago. As long as they didn't obtain the phone in China or Korea, they won't have as much buyer's regret. But constrained market reach alone might not justify the launch of the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition. For a limited special edition phone, the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition sounds quite unambitious, especially in the wake of devices like the Huawei Mate X-T Ultimate. Is it suffering from an identity crisis or missing a clear purpose? It certainly looks that way to me, at least so far. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.